If a homestead were run like a National Socialist system, the entire structure would be built on the principle of collective duty, hierarchy, and the absolute prioritization of the family unit as an organic whole. No individual would act solely for themselves, but rather as a functioning part of the larger system. Every role would be assigned based on ability, and the well being of the homestead would take priority over personal ambition. Strength, discipline, and unity would define the environment, just as they would in a nation built on the same ideology. The father would serve as the undisputed leader, not because of arbitrary power, but because leadership is a responsibility, not a privilege. His role would be to ensure the survival and prosperity of the homestead, setting clear rules and expectations for every member. He would labor alongside his family, demonstrating strength and discipline, never exploiting but always guiding. He would train the sons to be strong, self reliant, and capable of defending and providing for the homestead, while also teaching them the skills needed to maintain and expand it. His authority would be respected, not questioned, because leadership under this system is earned through duty and sacrifice, not manipulation or exploitation. The mother would be the heart of the homestead, ensuring the internal structure remained intact. She would instill discipline, nurture the children, and manage resources with efficiency and foresight. She would not be degraded into a passive role, but recognized as an essential pillar of the system. Without her, the homestead would collapse from within. She would raise the children with a clear understanding of their duty, ensuring that boys grew into strong men and girls understood the importance of maintaining the health and strength of future generations. The six children would be raised with a deep sense of purpose. There would be no illusions of self indulgence or pointless rebellion. Each child would have responsibilities suited to their strengths, whether in agriculture, animal husbandry, craftsmanship, or protection. The eldest would naturally take on more leadership responsibilities, assisting in the training and discipline of the younger ones. Physical and mental strength would be cultivated equally. Education would focus not on abstract theories or hollow ideology, but on practical knowledge, history, and an unshakable sense of identity and responsibility. The homestead itself would function as a self sufficient entity, mirroring a nation that prioritizes its own sovereignty over dependence on external forces. Trade would be limited to necessity, not greed. Wastefulness would not be tolerated. Every resource would be managed with discipline and efficiency. Innovation would be encouraged, but only in ways that strengthened the homestead, not in frivolous distractions. The land would be treated with respect, cultivated sustainably, and protected as a vital asset for future generations. Unlike in a capitalist system where individuals hoard resources and prioritize short term profit, or in a communist system where resources are redistributed inefficiently and stripped of value, National Socialism ensures that every member of the homestead has what they need without enabling weakness or exploitation. No one would go hungry, but no one would be allowed to leech off the system without contributing. Hard work and loyalty would be the currency of survival, not abstract financial gain or parasitic redistribution. The family would not tolerate outside interference in its affairs. If another homestead sought to impose its values or extract resources, the father and sons would defend their land with absolute resolve. But if another homestead operated under the same principles, alliances could be formed based on mutual respect and strength, never on manipulation or dependence. This is exactly how a National Socialist nation would operate: sovereign, self reliant, but willing to cooperate with those who share its principles. Under this system, the homestead would flourish for generations. The land would remain fertile, the traditions would remain intact, and the descendants would inherit not just wealth, but strength, identity, and purpose. There would be no degeneracy, no purposelessness, no weakness disguised as virtue. Every member would know their role, and in fulfilling it, they would find meaning. This is the difference between a society that views itself as an organism, where every part functions for the greater good, and a fragmented society where selfishness, greed, or weak ideology lead to decay. A homestead run under National Socialist principles would not just survive, it would thrive, standing as an impenetrable fortress against the forces of entropy and corruption that plague weaker systems. It would embody strength discipline, and purpose, just as a nation built on the same foundation would.